Hi, it's Sean from Persian Cat Corner. Just got a quick video for you today. If you're a follower of the channel, you'll know that I recently got the Litter Robot free Open Air Connect. So I've had the regular version of the Litter Robot now for coming up to 2 years. You know, great product. I've done quite a few different reviews on it. You can find them on the channel. But I've always wondered what the Connect version is like. I also prefer the grey colour. Don't know about you, but I think the grey looks brilliant personally. So yeah, I finally got my hands on it. Been wanting one for quite a while. And I just wanted to do a review comparing the regular version to the Connect version, and just answer the question, is it worth the extra? Because I've been asked by readers on my blog and people who follow the channel, they'll say, Sean, should I get the regular version or the Connect? And I've not been able to answer that question really, because obviously I've no experience with the Connect version. So just looking at from a size point of view, they're both the same. So as you can see, the grey version, the Connect on the left, and the regular version there on the right. The dimensions are exactly the same. To look at and everything's just the same. The only difference is, so if you notice on here, you can see you've got the Wi-Fi on there. So obviously this version, the Connect version, it works with the app, and it connects to your Wi-Fi, and you get many different features that we'll talk about a little bit later on in the video. Something else I've noticed is you get this hole here in the rubber, and you're probably wondering what that's for. So on the regular version, it doesn't have the hole in, and what you sometimes find is your cats might track some of the litter on here. It's not a major problem, but it can be a little bit annoying. You've got to brush it out, and this stops it just going back into the dome, and you find sometimes they'll then track the litter out. So by having this hole in here, all you can do is you can just brush it back into the dome, or the litter might just fall back in anyway. So it's just a minor thing, but it's something I noticed. The other thing what I noticed with the Connect is it does seem to be a little bit quieter. So the motor does appear to be quieter. Again, I'm not sure whether that's because my version, the version that I've had for nearly 2 years, whether that's just wear and tear on the motor, or I'm inclined to think that it is an updated motor, because it does seem to cycle a little bit quicker as well when it resets to the home position. So that's something, that's it's nice, because the problem with any automatic litter box is if you've got a cat that hasn't used one for a long time, or they've never used one at all, then the sound can scare a cat. So when you get the Litter Robot, I do recommend putting some old litter into the dome, leave it disconnected for a few days, and just let your cats get used to it, because they're not just going to jump in and use an automatic litter box, or most cats won't anyway. That's been my experience. So yeah, in terms of the design, like I say, there's no real differences other than the fact that you get this the charcoal grey version, which you don't get in the regular Litter Robot. So I'll just do a quick cycle now, and then we'll run through how these work. So cycle them both, have a little bit of a Litter Robot race. So at the moment I'm just using up some litter that I've got, which it's a little bit thicker than what you'd normally use for a Litter Robot. So normally you need the very fine grain litter. So it's still clumping litter and it's fine, but it's a little bit thicker than what you need to go through the sift. So generally you would have really fine litter. So this does sometimes empty a little bit of the litter out, as you can see. I'll just let those cycle and then return to the home screen. So although I did start the grey one before, you can kind of see it is a little bit quicker. just let them settle back to their own position. My cats are always fascinated when they're cycling, and that's something you'll notice with the litter robot. So you've got Milo down there in the corner, just keeping an eye on things, making sure everything's cycling properly. So the grey one there's back into their own position. So you won't be able to tell, I wouldn't imagine, with the sound obviously over the video, but as I say, the Connect is definitely a little bit quieter. So in terms of the main benefits and the features that I've found so far between the two, they're both brilliant products. You can probably see there on the old version, it's flashing because I do need to empty the waste drawer on that one now. But the main benefits that you've got really with the Connect is, so obviously it connects to the app, the Connect version, and with that you get many different features. So one of the main benefits from the app is you can see the cycle history, so you can see how often your cats use the litter box. Gives you like daily insights, and you're probably thinking, you know, why do I need to know that? Well, if your cat's got a problem and it's not using the toilet, it's, you know, if you live in a multi-cat household, like I've got 2 cats, it can be difficult to know who's using the litter box and who isn't. Where with this app, you can see, you know, how many times your litter box has been used, you know, and you'll get a pattern of how often your cats are using it. So, you know, they'll use it multiple times a day, and then suddenly if that drops, then you know one of them is not using it. The other features is from the app, you know, you can turn the litter robot on or off, you can turn the night light on or off, you can cycle. You know, there's a lot that you can actually do with it, to be fair. So the question, as I say at the beginning of the video, was, is it worth the extra? It's $50 extra. So currently, as I record this in April 2020, the Connect version is $499, and the regular litter robot free open air is $449. So you're talking a difference of $50. In my opinion, for the added benefits that you get, it's definitely worth it. I mean, it's a lot of money, you know, to buy a litter robot anyway, and to spend the extra $50, you know, it's not a major upgrade really. I think just to get the grey version, to get the features that you get with the Connect, and okay, you might not use all the Connect features all the time, but it's one of those things that it's nice to have, really. And the other reason I wanted to shoot this video for you is I've got a way where you can probably get the Connect version for $25. So I'll provide a link below this video where you will get a $25 discount code. So basically if you click that link, it'll take you through to Litter Robot and you'll get $25 off your purchase. So in effect, you can get the Litter Robot Open Air Free Connect for $25 over the regular version, and at $25 I would say it is absolutely you know, worth it to upgrade to it. So I'm just going to run through some of the different features now in the app, and you know, we'll have a look and I'll just run through that for you and we'll show you some of those features. Okay, so I've just logged into the app now, and once you actually open the app up, you'll be faced with this screen here. So you can add another litter robot, so you can actually run multiple litter robots from this app, and you just then give your litter robots a different name to identify them. So if we click on here, you can actually see the status. So this will tell you the waste level draw, so the current status. So you can see mine's half full at the moment. And then below that you've got the current status, and it says status is ready. So the litter robot is ready for your cat. So if your cat has used the litter robot, then you'll see like timing there, and that means obviously it's, you know, it's about the time to do a cycle. So then if we click onto the history, you can see, you know, what's happened there. You know, I've been using the cats have been using it quite a bit today, and I've done some cycles on there as well while I've been filming a video. So you can see There, the history of the, when the cats use the litter box. You also get insights, so you get them by day, by week, by month. Again, some useful information. You can go break that down by week and actually just see how often your cat is using the litter box, and it gives you like an average cycles per day. And then you can see for the week, so average cycles per day for this week for my litter robot has been 2.5 per day. And then if you go into the remote here, you've got quite a few different settings. So you can change your name of your litter robot. So I just call mine my litter robot, but you can name that whatever you want it to be. You can update your Wi-Fi details, and then we've got the sleep mode. So all the litter robots come with a sleep mode. So you can basically turn it off you can set the time where you want the litter robot to be off, because obviously if you've got the little robot in, say, an ensuite bathroom or something, you don't want it to be cycling through the night, 'cause it'll wake you up. Again, the wait time, so you can adjust this. You've got a few different times. If we go in there, you've got 3 minutes, 7 minutes, and 15 minutes. The default is 7 minutes, and I find that sufficient, so leave it on there. You've also got the night light. So when there's a low light, then you get this night light, and you can turn this on manually if you want to, or you can actually program it to come on at a certain time each night. But if you just wanted to turn that on, you would just turn that on, and that will turn on the night light. And then in addition, so you can see that it's turned that on. I'll turn that off again. In addition to that, you've got the panel lockout as well. So if you've got other animals, some people might have dogs as well. That could easily press the buttons or switch, the panel on or off. So again, you can lock that out. You can also turn the power on and off. So where that would be quite useful is if for instance, there's a fault with your litter robot or it stops mid-cycle, what will happen is it will send you a push notification to your phone. So what you could then do is you could switch it on or off remotely, which might, then hopefully, sort the problem out and troubleshoot it. So you would see in here the status of your litter robot. So you can even kind of switch it on or off. Or something you can do is if you're at work through the day, and your cats are going to be, not using the litter box too much, you can switch it off through the day and then just switch it back on, when you get home or something like that. So they're the settings in there, and that's the app in general, really. So they're your main tabs. Once you have actually emptied the waste drawer, what you then do is you reset it. So you would tap to reset the gauge, and then it would obviously be empty, and it just recalibrates there. And if you want to do a cycle, so you just click on the start cycle. Again, you can do that anywhere you are, as long as your litter robot connect is connected to the Wi-Fi. You could be miles away at work, and you can actually start a cycle on the litter robot if you wanted to. You probably wouldn't want to do that, to be fair, because if it's set up correctly, your litter robot is going to cycle. But again, if there was an issue with it, or if you got any errors, then that's something you could certainly do. So I think this app, as I said, I've only just started using it the past few days, but I'm finding it really useful so far, and I do think it's a nice addition to the litter robot. So as I discussed previously, the Connect version is $50 more than the regular litter robot, but I'll be leaving a link below this video which gives you a discount of $25. So if you do want to get the Connect version, it's only going to cost you $25 over the regular litter robot. Just to let you know, I am an affiliate for litter robot, so it does mean that if you do click on the link and you buy the litter robot, then I will get a small commission for doing that. But if you're saving $25, then that's only going to be a good thing for yourself. So thanks for taking the time to view this video. I hope you found that useful. And if you've got any questions or queries, just leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them for you.